Well, it's not an insult.
It's not, okay, well, it's not, but it's not praise either, which is what you said it was, which it wasn't.
There's a guy by the name of Ryan James Girdusky. We've shown you a couple of videos of him on CNN lately, who is a sane voice at CNN because they, as I always tell you, they can't fully fake it because even their own audience, which is pretty damn dumb, every now and again, you got to give them something that is correspondent with truth. Otherwise, people just like can't swallow it anymore. But of course, it's always one sort of sane guy versus 10 lunatics. But here he is basically destroying this idiotic Trump-Hitler narrative.
I have a feeling that there are a number of voters who are hearing so many things about Trump. They're hearing the claims, they're hearing the statements, they're hearing about members of the cabinet saying, no can do, no will do again. And then you hear Trump's campaign saying, this is false. President Trump never said any of this. I mean, Trump, though, tonight praised authoritarian leaders, China's Xi, Russia's Putin. Listen to this.
Can you imagine what President Xi, you know, I got to know him very well. He's a fierce individual. He runs 1.4 billion people with an iron fist. Am I allowed to say he's smart? He's smart. He's a smart man. He's a fierce man. I get along with him very well. Putin, these are people that are tough people.
I mean, many people have an issue with appraising of any kind of either of these two leaders. Does the fact that he appears to have a strong affinity for those who are authoritarians in the leadership, is that deniable at this point?
Well, in the clip you showed, he didn't praise them. He just called Xi smart, which is the only praise he gave them.
Well, it's not an insult.
It's not, okay, well, it's not, but it's not praise either, which is what you said it was, which it wasn't. But according to the Jeffery Goldberg article, which we've talked about this entire night, you can't trust that article because the quote, 60,000 for an effing Mexican funeral, the only two on-record sources both said that he didn't say that. The only source is an anonymous source, and the family of the deceased soldier said that he was lovely to them, and in fact, they voted for Donald Trump today. That's how much they disagreed, and they said it was a disrespectful article that politicized the death of their loved one. And Jeffery Goldberg did not care about printing something that they had no sources on the record for. And I, honest to God, like most Americans, do not care about General Kelly's farewell tour where he tries to make amends for working for Donald Trump, since Democrats said we're going to run all these Republicans who work for Trump out of town unless they somehow make peace. So 2 weeks before Election Day, he runs to liberal journalist Susan Glasser about a conversation that allegedly happened 4 years ago. It doesn't pass a smell test. And that is why people are turned off to all of these stories. They remember Donald Trump's presidency for low inflation, jobs, peace through strength, controlled borders. That's why they care. No one believes Jeffrey Goldberg and the article from a publication that's owned by one of Harris's donors.
Bingo, 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 bingo. Bravo, Ryan, right there. And I do want to address one other thing up top because he debunked the story quite well, and I would recommend you do your own research if you think any of this is legit and it's true about the family voting for Trump, et cetera. When they lie about, oh, he praised Xi, he praises Putin, he doesn't praise them because he likes them, but saying that a leader of China is smart is not praise. It's an acknowledgement. The guy might be evil and smart. There are evil geniuses. Have you ever heard of that term before? So you could be a really bad person and also smart.